All right, here we are, page 2 of the review. So I've got a graphing system of equations. And, normally you might not solve this with graphing, but it tells us to do it by graphing, so it's a good chance to review. When I'm looking at these equations, they're already in mx plus b format. So b is my starting point. That looks like I'm starting the 1 here at y equals 3. So let's see if I can do this. 1, 2, 3. Then m is my slope. So m is slope. B is y-intercept. Slope is -7. That means I count down 7 and over 1 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over 1 to the right. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over 1 to the right. So this line there is the first equation. The second equation, y equals -x minus 3. I start at -3. 1, 2, 3. The slope, it just says -x. You might not see a number there. You just have to remember that there's 1x written down. You can always multiply by 1 without changing the value. So just the letter x means 1x. The letter -x just means -1x. So I'm going to go down 1 and over 1. You can see those two lines cross over right there. It's going down and to the right. The two lines cross over at x equals 1, y equals -4. And you can see that that works for both of the equations. If you tried plugging in x equals 1 here, you can see how you'd get -1 minus 3. Well, that's the y value. If you tried plugging in x equals 1 there, you get -7 plus 3, and that gives you the y value like that. So that's why that's the solution to the system. All right, scooting on down. Max wants to start his own lemonade stand. Costs him $3 to make a cup and $35 renter's fee. So that sounds like his cost is $3 per cup. So I go 3 times x because it's not just $3 total, it's $3 times however many cups he makes. Plus, it costs him $35. That's his total cost. The other equation that you could write from this information is he earns $5 per cup. He doesn't just earn $5 total, he earns $5 for every cup that he sells. That's the system of equations. Y is money, x is number of cups, the purple equation is his cost, and the red equation is his revenue. Now Max wants to know how many cups he has to sell before you start making a profit. So you make a profit if you get more money than you spend out. So if your revenue is bigger than your cost. So what we can do is we can say 5x, because that's what his revenue is equal to 3x plus 35. This is going to tell us when the revenue is exactly equal to the cost. So we just want to get our x's on the same side. So I get 2x is equal to 35. I just subtracted 3x from both sides. And then I divide by 2. So x is 17.5. What that means is if he sold 17.5 cups, he would make exactly $0 of profit. What that means is cup number 18 is the first one that starts making him profit. Cup number 17, he still loses a little bit of money. So we would say 18 cups or more is when he earns a profit. All right, now we're doing some inequalities. We kind of just did an inequality. Which number line represents the inequality 5 is greater than x? These ones trip people up. What I want you to notice, just read it out in words. 5 is greater than x. And what x represents are all the solutions that you should color in on the number line. So 5 should be bigger than anything you color in. So if you look at this number line, you can see that, for example, the number 8 is colored in. Is 5 bigger than 8? Nope. Not the correct one. Same idea down here. 10 is colored in. Is 10 greater than 8? No. I'm sorry. Is 5 greater than 10? No. 5 is not greater than 10, so we cross that off. If you look at B and C, they look almost the same. The only difference is B has a colored in line, which colored in circle, which is at the number 5. So you have to ask yourself, is it true? Is 5 greater than 5? No. So C is the only correct number line because all the numbers that are colored in are less than 5. 5 is bigger than all the numbers that are colored in. It has an open circle. Okay? All right, one more here where we have to solve it first and then graph it. There's two different ways you can do this. So if you look at this problem, here's kind of option one. The number in front of the parentheses gets distributed. So 2 times x, 2 times 8. There you go. Now we want to get x by itself. So we subtract 16, and then we divide both sides by 2. We get x is greater than or equal to -2. Here's solving that exact same problem, just a slightly different way. A 2 in front of the parentheses means it's multiplied by 2. And we get rid of multiplying by dividing by 2. So let's divide both sides by 2 first, and we get x plus 8 is greater than or equal to 6. Then the opposite of plus 8 is minus 8, so x is greater than or equal to -2. Either way, you want to fill in your dot, because it says greater than or equal to, and you want to shade in the number line that's bigger, because you want to color in all the numbers that are bigger than or equal to -2. So that's it for page 2. I'll make another video for page 3.